on the JOGL project, Qualitative Analysis of Tweets on Vaccination, which is submitted to the Core Immune project, particularly on vaccination hesitancy. This project is geared towards a qualitative analysis of both real-time and historical data from Twitter on vaccination. So why should we be concerned about tweets on vaccination? Because vaccination hesitancy is on the rise. In 2018, there were over 82,000 cases of measles confirmed in the EU, which is 3 times more than in 2017. And there was over 72 deaths, which were directly attributed to measles. And social media plays a big role in vaccination hesitancy. At the core of social media is it allows us to share our ideas and our content with peers, and we have a very large freedom of information. And this is what makes it appealing, but it's also dangerous because there is no control, there is no oversight of what the information is shared. And social media is not the root cause of vaccine hesitancy, but it definitely plays a role in making anti-vaccination arguments and the spread of pseudoscience more accessible to a wide audience. Let's have a look at a case study of vaccination hesitancy on Twitter. So there were over 250,000 tweets with the tag CDC whistleblower, which were shared between August 18 and December 1st of 2014. And almost 60,000 of these came from just 10 prominent anti-vaccination accounts. Here we can see a network graph showing the relationship between anti-vax, conservative, and autism clusters on Twitter. And what we see is that all of these are inherently connected. And it also became apparent to the leaders of this anti-vaccination movement that this Twitter hashtag had attracted a very loyal following. And so they started to organize trends and tips videos on YouTube, telling their followers how to improve their search engine optimization for vaccines questioning websites. And right now, there are over 150,000 of such videos. And where this becomes important for us is when politics and policy implementation then comes into play. Because as the California Personal Exemption Bill progressed, tweets with this hashtag started to include the SB 277 hashtag, which is the number of the bill. So the goal of this propaganda is to make new parents question everything, which is what one of the anti-vax leaders, Dana Goldman, said in one of her instructional videos on YouTube. And the broader public health implications of propagating these memes and articles then becomes something more than just a curious occurrence. It becomes something that we should be concerned about. And it's essential that when people go online for information, they have a clear impression that vaccines are safe and effective. And if that's going to change, the people fighting misinformation need to understand how it gets spread in the first place. So with this in mind, our objectives for this project were to create a real-time data analysis dashboard on tweets about vaccination, and also perform a qualitative analysis of historical tweets on vaccination between 2006 to 2019. And this is the dashboard that we created. And with this dashboard, you can have real-time Twitter sentiment analysis. You'll see topics that are trending and what tweets are included and what words and what topics are trending, how many of these words are being used in those tweets, and also have a real-time sentiment analysis of these tweets, ranging from whether they're neutral, which gives a score of 0, to whether they're negative or if they're positive. Okay. And the basic application framework uses the Tweepy model, which gives us a real-time Twitter streaming using the Twitter API. And these tweets are then processed using a natural language processing algorithms that have been written in Python 3 and stored temporarily in a database. And we use Plotly Dash for the visualization of the output. Here you can see a user interacting with the dashboard in real time. They're able to see what is trending, see what words and what topics are being talked about the most, and also assess the sentiment score. This is another dashboard, which is basically for uh, visual exploration of our dataset, and we're using a Kibana module here. And again, you can see these are tweets over the past 90 days. We can segregate them by hashtags that are most commonly being used. We can see the common word clouds. We can use word clouds to see the most common words. We can also use geological mapping to see which areas are tweeting the most and which areas are talking about different topics. We can zoom into different areas, different countries, and select any tweet and read exactly what the tweet is saying. Here we'll zoom, let's go to France and see. There is a tweet. Okay. What if we go even further in? Go even further into Paris. And the benefit of using a real-time streaming algorithm is that we have the benefit of seeing these trends develop in relation to what is going on currently on Twitter, and we can spread that over a period of time and then have that relay direct information to health information policymakers, to ministers, to health ministry individuals, to NGOs, to people who are key stakeholders in the immunization and vaccination field. This is the same dashboard. Okay. And how did we collect our historical analysis dataset? So we used an open source information tool called Twint, which allows us to extend beyond the 7-day limit of the Twitter API. And we have then carried out a data analysis on this dataset using natural language processing tools and machine learning. We will continue to work on this dataset as the project progresses. We intend to do topic modeling from the dataset, graph analysis, development of machine learning modules, do a descriptive analysis in comparison with epidemiological data to measure the outcomes of vaccination hesitancy on outbreaks, to extract high quality content to be able to identify which groups of people, which groups of communities are key influencers, and also extract topics and topic modeling and relay that to different locations, and also provide a filtering process to identify which tweets are extremely polarizing. We'll also develop an iterative methodology that will allow us to extract top tweets and top URLs so we can easily identify new trends and dynamically update the keywords used to track the tweets of specific content. And finally, we will create an online platform which will have a welcome page detailing the project and the documentation, and also provide available APIs which will be made usable to anyone who is interested in exploring the dataset. There will be location-based searches with date ranges and specific keywords with sentiment category and specific regions that can allow users to interact with tweets on vaccination. Word clouds for visualization of frequent words and hashtags, influencer analysis to gauge which groups of users are creating topics and driving the discussion on vaccination. Okay. Thank you. Please check out the project on the JOGL website. This is the link.